Hello friends, I welcome you in lecture number 6 on basic statistics. In this lecture, we are going to discuss mode of frequency distributions for discrete as well as grouped frequency distributions. In earlier lectures, we have discussed mode for ungrouped data and we have defined mode as the variable value which occurs most frequently. So in case of discrete frequency distribution also definition is same. The value of variable under consideration corresponding to maximum frequency is mode. So if we are having discrete frequency distribution, we just have to find out the observation with maximum or highest frequency, and the value of variable corresponding to maximum frequency is mode. Suppose we consider this for frequency distribution. Here we can see all these are frequencies of corresponding variables, and we find that 25 is the highest or maximum frequency. So value of x corresponding to 25 is 4. So for this frequency distribution, mode is equal to 4. So it is easy for discrete frequency distribution to find out value of mode. You just observe the given frequencies and find out the greatest or maximum frequency and find out the value of variable corresponding to that maximum frequency. That will give you the value of mode. So here we have written the value of x corresponding to maximum frequency 25 is 4, therefore mode is 4. In case of continuous or grouped frequency distribution, we have ready-made formula for mode. So we first see what is this formula. Before that we consider these steps for finding mode of a continuous frequency distribution. If distribution is continuous frequency distribution, first we have to determine the class corresponding to the maximum frequency, and that class is known as model class. First we have to locate model class. So model class is the class corresponding to the maximum frequency. Once we find out model class, then we will find out all these quantities. Lower limit of model class, that is denoted by small l. Class size will be denoted by small h. Frequency of model class we will denote by f suffix 1. f1 is the frequency of model class. Frequency of the class preceding the model class will be denoted by f suffix 0, and frequency of the class succeeding the model class will be denoted by f2. So f1 is the frequency of model class, frequency of preceding class is denoted by f0, and frequency of the class succeeding the model class will be denoted by f2. So this frequency corresponds to frequency of model class, and frequency just above and just after model class will be denoted by f0 and f2. We will require these three frequencies in the formula for mode. Then we have to remember this formula. Mode is given by L plus H times f1 minus f0. In the denominator we have 2f1 minus f0 minus f2. So we have to remember this formula for continuous frequency distribution. Now as in the case of formula for median, here also we have limitation. This formula for mode is applicable if we have exclusive type classes. So if classes given are not exclusive, or if classes given are inclusive, we have to convert them into exclusive classes, and then we will find out mode using this formula. So remember, this formula for mode is applicable if classes are exclusive type classes. We consider this example. Find the mode for the following distribution. So again we write down the formula for mode. This we have to remember. Mode equal to L plus H times f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2. So first we have to decide model class. Model class is the class corresponding to highest frequency. So we observe all these frequencies and we find that this 28 is the highest frequency. Therefore this class 40 to 50 is the model class. So for this distribution 40 to 50 is the model class in which mode lies. Value of mode will be in between 40 and 50. Now lower limit of this model class will be value of L. So here L is 40. H means class size or length of each class. So that we can observe here. All these are exclusive type classes and H is 10 for each class. Frequency of model class will be denoted by F1 and this frequency will be denoted by F0 and this will be denoted by F2. F1 is the frequency of the model class, F0 is the frequency of the class preceding the model class and F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the model class. So once we have all these values, we substitute them in this formula and we find out mode of this distribution. First we have written the maximum frequency is 28, therefore 40 to 50 is the model class. Then we have written all these things. This F1 is 28, F0 is 12, F2 is 20, L means lower limit of model class, H means class size, and we substitute all these quantities in the formula for mode, and after doing calculations we obtain that value of mode is 46.67 approximately. So we can observe that model class was 40 to 50 and our value of mode is 46.67. So whatever value we obtain for mode, that must be in model class. So here 46.67 is in between 40 to 50. So we can cross check also, it must be inside the model class. Now in this example classes are exclusive, so we are able to apply this formula for mode directly. Now if classes are not exclusive, we have to first convert them into exclusive classes. Here in this example we can see here we have 10 to 19, then 20 to 29, 30 to 39. So there is a gap between these two values 19 and 20. So first we find out what is this gap. Gap is 20 minus 19, that is 1, and it is same for any of two neighboring classes or succeeding classes. So this gap we denote by small d. D is 1. D is the gap between lower limit of any class and upper limit of its preceding class. So 20 minus 19, that is 1, and we find out value of d by 2, that is 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So to convert these classes into exclusive classes, we have to add 0.5 to the upper limit of each class and we have to subtract 0.5 we have to subtract 0.5 from lower limit of each class. So first we have converted all the classes into exclusive type classes by adding 0.5 to the upper limit and subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit. So here 19 plus 0.5, that is 19.5, 10 minus 0.5, that is 9.5. Similarly 29 plus 0.5, so 29.5, 20 minus 0.5, that is 19.5. Similarly for each class we add 0.5 to the upper limit, we subtract 0.5 from the lower limit, and we convert all the classes from exclusive to inclusive to exclusive classes. After this conversion we find out the model class. For that we check in the column of frequency for maximum frequency. here we can observe that maximum frequency is 30. So this class is the model class 39.5 to 49.5. So frequency of this class will be denoted by f1, this frequency will be denoted by f0, and this frequency will be denoted by f2. L means lower limit of the model class, so here L will be 39.5. H means class size for new exclusive classes, so we can see 19.5 minus 9.5, that is 10, and for each class size of each class is same, H equal to 10. So here if we have not converted these classes into exclusive classes, then size of each class was 9 here, and lower limit we had considered as 40, so that is not correct. If classes are not inclusive, we must convert them into exclusive type classes, and we will use this new exclusive type classes to identify the model class, and corresponding to that model class we will find out lower limit and corresponding frequencies. After that things are same. Here we have to write all these things systematically. Highest frequency is 30, therefore model class is 39.5 to 49.5, and from this we obtain all these values f1, f0 and f2 and L, and size also is 10, and then we substitute all these values in the formula for mode. L is 39.5, H is 10, f1 is 30 minus f0, H equal to 10, to f1, that is 2 into 30 minus f0, 18 minus f2, 16, and after doing calculations we obtain that mode for given distribution is 44.12 approximately, and we can observe that it lies in this class. Okay, so in this way we can find out mode of a grouped frequency distribution, and we will remember this formula, and we will remember that classes must be exclusive to apply this formula. If they are not exclusive, we must convert them into exclusive classes, and then we can easily apply this formula. So this is all about this lecture. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.